What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net, coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, you guys, I am going to be testing out some new stamps using my Bira. Hang on, this is new to me. Bira Craft Easy Platform Tool. And funny enough, though, it doesn't say that anywhere on the platform. But I guess. Anyways, I'm going to be using that. But mostly I'm going to be sanding down my new clear stamps. I have found, well, I was told this many, many years ago, back when I used to do greeting cards, that if your clear stamps don't show up, if they show up with little dots instead of a solid image, that you need to sand them down a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So it's going to be very action-packed. I'll show you how it's done really quickly, and then I'm pretty much going to do that for a whole hour. So join me along for that, or just stay very quickly for the first couple minutes for how I do this. So I pretty much post a new video every single day, you guys, if you're interested in junk journaling or junk journal videos, process videos. I pretty much show off what I do in my craft room every single day. I go live for about an hour. Hi Maggie, how are you? Okay, so the first step we do is, of course, take off this part. I always like to keep this part if I can. Sometimes I lose it. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying my best. So I'm going to pick a nice solid one so you guys can see. These are all kind of line stamps. But this one should work. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the top layer. Oh, and this is how I was able to get all this pretty stamping here, was with that platform tool. I am not a good stamper, and I honestly have never had results like this. Tika, hi, how are you? I've never had results this good on my stamping ever, so I can tell you that it's all the platform tool. But more on that later. So I'm gonna take out a little towel here. Well, not yet, actually. I have a little piece of sandpaper. And if you need to know specifically, this says number 100. It's just from the dollar store. Whatever from the dollar store will work, really. I don't really have a preference for number of grit or anything like that. But I just kind of cut out a little patch of it and fold it in half, and I work with that until I eventually square it down to this. But it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly, not really lightly, actually, I'm being a little rough with it. I am going to sand the stamp going down. I focus on one half of it first, and then I focus on the other half. So I sand it down just in all different types of ways. So it doesn't matter what direction. It's good that you get it in different directions. So I don't know if you can see this on camera. Well, yeah, actually you can. That's pretty interesting. So here on the left is where I sanded it down. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can definitely see the TYH. So on this other half that I have not sanded it down, you can't see it. What happens is your stamp will go from looking clear. Let me see. I didn't have a solid stamp at that pack. So your stamp will go. Where are these stuck so well? Okay, hang on. These are brand new. I'm also not trying to rip it, but gosh, super glue. Okay, so your stamp will go from being clear like this to looking foggy. So if you can see the difference there is a clear difference. So clear and then foggy is what the end result is. So Let me sand down this other half. You don't have to sand it down too much to where you kind of damage the stamp itself, but just enough so it looks foggy instead of clear. And like I said, go in all different directions. Definitely try one way and then turn it and sand it the other way. Okay, so after that, I will clean up my little table. I'll get a little towel, and I've been using the same baby wipe for a minute, so that's why it looks all nasty. So then I clean it off so we get all that grit off of it. Clean off the back of it too. And then I'll, choose another little corner to dry off the stamp. And I've been putting the same baby wipe back in. This is my craft baby wipe stash anyway, so I just put it back in here and it kind of saves it. It's literally been like an hour since I've been using that baby wipe, so that's awesome. Okay, so after this, I'm going to test it. So I'm going to see if there's any corners that need to be sanded down more. Let me get another piece of cardstock, because I do actually want to use these images later on. I've been literally astonished by my own stash of stamps, because I've never been able to get clear images from them, and clear blocks were not really working for me. But I went ahead and used my scan and cut, and I think I have like a brand new appreciation for all of my stamps. And I'm going to go ahead and do another episode where I just stamp and use my scan and cut probably. That's how I got all these cut out. But I'm just amazed because I have had a stamp stash for a while and I have not used it for a while, but I keep buying them. Okay, so now I'm going to try it out on the stamping platform here. Hi, God's desire for me. Here is the link to the tool if anybody is interested. I just got it the other day and I was dying to use my stamps. However, I realized that all of my stamps really need to be prepped, because they were not stamping very clearly. They were all bubbled up. Basically, it prints like little dots. So now I can put the stamp wherever I want it to be. Put the top back on it, and I squeeze down so that way it picks up the stamp. All right, I have these little magnets to hold down the paper. Let me set this aside for now. Got my ink. Ugh. And this is close to my heart in Smoky Plum, though the ink doesn't matter. I'm all excited because I ordered new inks. And like I said, I'm excited to use my stamps, but I need to prep them. Oh, there's a spot that didn't get ink on the E. Sometimes where it doesn't pick up ink, that's where it needs to be sanded down, so you can notice. So then we'll stamp it down. So I probably need to sand down the corner of this E and the M. And y'all, I have a lot of steps to go through, so it's really, really sad. Because like I said, I'm all excited. Okay, so that's what I need to do. So I'll set this aside. Without moving the stamp or anything, I'm cleaning off the glass here. Well, it's not glass, it's acrylic, I believe. Let me tell you, this acrylic is very easily scratched. I've been very careful with this, and somehow down all this right here has a bunch of scratches. So I don't even know what to say about that. I guess that's just what acrylic does. I don't know. I have not been rough with it. But maybe because of the sand grit on my table, I don't know. Okay, so let's try it. And I need to sand it down. So I said this E, so let's do this E again. And then we'll do the M, I believe I said. So this whole corner right here. And this M. Okay. That should be enough. Now, clean it off. And then we'll try it again, and hopefully it gives me a better image. I would normally give it time to dry, but I'm trying to show y'all quickly how this goes. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so let's try this here. And hopefully it'll... I would just put it on top, but I'm trying to show y'all the difference. So we're picking it up. All right, there's ink where there wasn't ink last time. Okay, the E is still looking like it's not grabbing onto color. Okay. Let's see, I think it's still grabbing onto color much better than I did last time. And the M might need a little. Okay. Okay. Much better than even 2 times stamped. So that's good. And you know what? You know what got me going on doing this is, besides the fact that I was excited about, you know, my new inks and this platform specifically. I always watch videos of the item that I buy to make sure that I'm using it correctly. So right there, that is way better than this time. I might just leave it like that. I mean, it's fine that the E is not the most solid. It looks fine. I'm not gonna worry about it that much. Okay, so that's how I prep my stamps. If you're only in it for the tips. So now, I'm just gonna do that with the rest of my stamps. But let me tell you, I'm doing this because I was watching a video on, I think it was the Tim Holtz platform. So the Tim Holtz platform, which is basically the same thing. And of course, configured differently, different colors. But I couldn't buy it anywhere. So that's why I went with this one. This is available on Amazon. So honestly, that's why I went with it. It was higher on the list. The reviews looked okay. So, and then I watched a couple of videos, I believe, using this specific thing. And it was great. So I'm happy with that. So I was watching a video and this girl was giving tips. And I'm like, okay, great. You know, those are great tips. And she was stamping, but her stamps were all bubbled. And so let me show you what I mean by like when your stamp is not working. So this is a brand new stamp right here. Ugh. Ugh. And I was like, girl, send your stamps. Why did I close this? It was like really bugging me that her stamps were all bubbled. And I'm like, that's not how your stamps are supposed to look though. But it had nothing to do with the platform, so, you know, whatever. So anyways, this is the first time I stamped this stamp. Now, first thing I can tell, it's not picking up any ink whatsoever, pretty much. It picks it up, and all of the color kind of separates into bubbles, literally bubbles. So let me show you. I just put it here just because I didn't even know where it was gonna land. But okay, so here, you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix my focus to make it just autofocus just for a little bit. So if you can see that stamp right there, it is bubbled. My camera's like trying to focus. It's bubbled. So that's what really sucks. Let me get the autofocus off. Okay. So let me sand it down. And of course, I mean, there's a clear difference. First, let me clean off this platform because I'm trying to keep this nice, but it's craft tool. I'm going to use it. Stuff happens. Okay, so where's my little piece? My little piece of sandpaper. So I've had this problem years ago. Asked about it in some Facebook group, and that's what they told me to do. And I've been doing this ever since. But of course, I've been in the habit of buying stamps and not really using them because I didn't like the acrylic blocks. I don't have a steady hand, and if you don't get those stamps correctly the first time, good luck trying to get it in the same position twice, okay? So that's what I had to deal with for years. For a while there, I had some Fiskars, like sponge stamping platform. It was just an acrylic block with sponges on it, and you squish it down. But it is not, of course, as precise as this tool right here. So again, you're going to scratch it in all different directions. And mostly you don't need to do this with rubber stamps. They're usually much better quality stamp, but I am a bargain crafter. So it looks like I get the same quality stamping. I just gotta suffer a little bit to get it. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm looking at it to look and see if there's any parts that look shiny and not dull. Let me just focus a tiny bit on the little tail here. Or stem, whatever that part of the feather is called. This is a little feather. Okay, so I'm going to clean off my table. My little towel. I have a whole system going on here. Clean it off. Let's get all that grit off. And I can tell you, I'm going to be a lot more careful with my stamps now because they're so wonderful. And this stamp platform just makes it, just honestly, I've never had such an easy stamping experience in my life. So I'm really glad I got this. Okay, clean this off now. Okay, so there we go. Now nice and dry. Okay, so here, I'm going to stamp the same image side to side so we can see the difference. Pick it up. Now, the Tim Holtz one, I believe they're attached, which I was a little jealous about, but you know what? I don't know if that one gave you a flat surface on the other side, but I like a flat surface. So now if you can see, it is already a clear image. It is literally night and day from before I sanded it. I can see where it needs to be sanded some more. You can literally see where the ink wants to shrink into little circles. So I need to sand it down more right here. I can literally see it. But also, I can see the image compared to when I stamped this. It literally just looked like a bunch of dots. So when did you start sanding your stamps? Years ago. Years ago. When I noticed that my stamps were all bubbled. And I'm like, that's not cool. So already, there's a clear difference between this stamp, which is brand new, and this stamp right here, which I just sanded down. And this was only one stamp. This was one stamp. So already, you can see the difference. Now, I could sand it down more, but also to get it like perfect. But also with the stamping platform, I get the ability to re-ink it and stamp it again on top of that. And that fixes that issue about 95%. And I have a really, really good solid image there. Because the stamp isn't porous, the ink just sits on the surface, so it gets air bubbles. Thank you, Dr. Sarah. Thank you. I'm always telling my mom, like, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Like, I don't know. But I'm glad we have one on the team here. Love all things related to peacock feathers and roses, so joined you at a perfect time. Hey, Safina. Okay, so I got that. So I could sand it down a little bit. I think I will, because this tiny little part right here is not stamping very well and it's bothering me. So let's fix it. But the other one didn't bother me. That bothers me. The other one looks like, a little rustic, but I'm fine with that. Okay. So let's sand that part down. Do you want to just dry it? I don't need to clean it right now, but I'm just going to dry it. Just take the ink off of it. This thing is literally falling apart. I keep folding it over and hoping it hangs on just for another minute. I have a bunch of it, but I'm just holding up this little part. Let's see. Other way, this way, other way. Okay, this is done. I got another little part right here. I've had better quality sandpaper from the dollar store. I think this is from the Family Dollar Store, Family Dollar Tree, or whatever. The ones from the 99-cent store I bought a long time ago were much better. Okay. So now I'm just really being picky, but I want to test it out again. I would have moved on from now, but I just want to test this again. And so I'm kind of a little bit daunted. A little bit daunted by all the stamps I have to fix, because now I care about my stamps, because now this platform is literally changed my mind about stamps. I can't wait to start making embellishments and stuff with them. I have a whole bunch of stamps. Join late, so quick question, and sorry if you already mentioned it, but what type of sandpaper you use? Is it a fine version? If you need to know specifically what kind I'm using right now, it's number 100. But I just picked up a pack of sandpaper from the dollar store. So it could be any, really. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to happen. It's not going to... I don't think it's going to make a difference. You're still going to have to do it a couple times. Maybe there's rougher ones that are better. I really can't tell you that right now, because this is what I have. This is what I have on hand. Yup. And it picks up the ink. beautifully, beautifully. Oh my goodness. Yes. This is going to be the stamp of your dreams. Stamp quality of your dreams right here. Right here. This is first impression. I'm going to do it one more time just for good luck, but it's just with the remaining ink. Yes. So it went from looking like this with one ink. This is my first stamp impression with this. You can see even from the not so good quality right now on my camera that is all dotted up. This is a really good platform. I'm really happy with it. I've never seen such good quality from my stamps, or like I've never had such ease. I've never been able to do this with my own two hands, like ever. This looks like a printout. Only did one stamp using a nail file. I think I did that before. I believe I've done that before. So I am happy with that now. That's one stamp. I don't even need to stamp it on top. I could, because I have, just to be a little extra dark. But I could be totally happy with the quality of that first stamp. And that is great. So I have a bunch of other stamps that I need to do. I've already sanded them down one time. So now I'm going to test them also. I can place down where I want them to be. This is supposed to be like a layered stamp effect, but I have, I'm testing each piece first. And then we could possibly test it out all together. I can already see some parts that are not sanded down. But let's just test it out just because. Maybe I could be wrong. It's impossible, but maybe. Let's see. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that, even that being the first stamp. This is already sanded down. Do it twice. And that would kind of fix the lighter parts. And I could be happy with that being the way it is. So, yay. That's awesome. Okay, let me get this stamp off. Of course, this next time I do it, I should do it the way I should have done it, which was do a bunch of stamps at once. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this one right here. I can put this right here. This can be right here. This is what makes it so easy, is I can lay the stamps down. That might be too much on the edge. Where I want them to be. That is like insane to me. Like I said, coming from acrylic blocks to this platform is a game changer. Okay. So let's just see how it does. These little... These crafting tools are getting awesome, y'all. Awesome. This will go right here. And then this could go right here. I'm trying to figure where the platform is. Okay, so that'll go there, that'll go there. So I'm going to pick them all up. See, I guess it's trying to tell you where you shouldn't put your stamps. Where it would probably be best not to put your stamps. Trying to see if when I push it down is a stamp and not on the platform. But I think we're good. Okay. So now I can set it aside. work on this right here. I've had the same problem with my stamps, so frustrating now to have a lot of stamps to stamp. A work of love in progress. Thank you for this information. So helpful. Have scan and cut too, then I cut them out. Good idea to scan and cut, y'all. This is going to change it up. Yes, I have so many stamps to prepare. I could have been done this, but I have had a love affair with buying stamps and a dislike of using them. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have a problem. Okay. Let's get this on here. So, oh, I think I touched it. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so these are stamps that I have sanded down once. So now, that F, I can already see that that F needs some work. I can see that this is gonna need some work. And you can tell because, yeah, see, I did touch it. You can tell because there's little dots, and that's like such the issue that I had with my stamps before I learned about this trick. Let me stamp them one more time and see which ones I cannot live with condition of. Definitely that might be an issue. I don't know. Let's see. I get a little crazy with the inking. Okay. Ugh. I am pressing down. Okay, so I'm going to take it a step further because sometimes I forget. Let me get a pen or a pencil or something. Let's see. This has been my issue my whole life. Anytime I need a pen, they all run away from me. I swear. Okay. Grabbing a new pencil because it's like that. You know what? I'm fine with. Am I okay with it? This is kind of ugly. That's kind of ugly. It's not the clearest. So, okay. We'll fix that one. This needs to be fixed right here. This is an extra step, but you really don't have to do this. It's just I forget sometimes. That one needs to be fixed. I don't like this one or this one or this one. Okay. I think that's how that's supposed to look. That's really good after one sanding. Okay, cool. So let's fix those ones. Because I will forget. That's why I did that. Don't try and sand it down on this platform because you will ruin. Well, you'll scratch your platform. You're not going to ruin it. Ask me how I know. Okay, so I need to fix the one that says love. One that says hello. Basically the sentiments, really. The one with the lines. And this one. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 circled. Okay, cool. So now that I know that, I can clean these off and these are good to go. Oh wait, no, this one's not good to go. That one needs to be fixed. And I should have cleaned those. I'm trying to be better and more careful with my stamps than I've ever been because I've never really treated my stamps very well. I'm not gonna lie. And now they're so precious. Now they're awesome. Okay. Okay. We're good. These are in the good pile now. Okay. Clean this off just because I'm trying to keep it nice. Okay. So, clean these off. This is what I was doing before I went live. And I know it's not so action-packed or anything like that. It's not embellishing, but sometimes this is the process you're doing that day. And this is my little craft room videos, and these are about my craft room and what's going on in my craft room. So that's what I'm doing today. Just need to set it down, of course. Carrie, hi Carrie. Sorry, I have not looked up for a minute. Biddy Penny. What kind of platform is that? It is called the Bira Craft Easy Stamp Platform Tool. And if you do purchase it, I would appreciate it if you use the link I posted. That way I get a little commission and no cost to you. I'll also, of course, have this posted in the description box below, as well as I always post a comment with either items I use for my store or whatever tool I'm using that day. So you guys can help support my channel again at no cost to you. Okay, so these stamps need to be worked on. Let's work on them. I literally been using the same little dirty little baby wipe for like 3 hours now. You're good, Sarah, you're good. Okay, so let's get these sanded down. And I literally choose to fold it into little squares. It probably ruins the quality of the sandpaper, but I'm working with little teeny tiny stamps. So this one is the Smile. Okay, so it just all needs to be sanded down a little bit more in general. Again, you want to go in different directions. Let's see, Darlene says, hi Darlene, I've had the same problem with my stamps. Oh, I already read her comment. Sorry. All right, I have comment. Halfway in, I'm like, wait. I know this. So I'm pretty much going set by set here. And when I finish a set, I put a little X with permanent marker on the packaging. That's how I've been keeping my stamps, at least trying. I really don't know how to keep track of clear stamps. Some of them are just in a plastic container all just jumbled up, so I'll have to work on them. Of course, there are higher quality. Basically, there's silicone and acrylic stamps. Acrylic stamps, and then there's rubber, of course, but acrylic stamps are pretty much the top of the line stamps in stamp quality. I have a few from close to my heart, but they're literally all greetings, and I don't make greeting cards anymore, so it's like, maybe I should sell these. I literally don't use them, but they are high quality stamps with the price tag to go along with them. And they're just the best stamp. However, most of my stash are these silicone stamps. And they're a little bit cheaper in price. The quality is good, but they need to be sanded down. And like I said, my eye was twitching when I saw that video of this person who shall be unnamed, who shall remain anonymous. Her video, her stamps were all like little dots, and I was like, no, that's not how that stamp is supposed to look. What are you doing? Like, it was like making me cringe. Because she had beautiful stamps, beautiful images, and I'm sure she had great ink. But she clearly did not sand down her stamps. And it was just like making me cringe. Okay. And then I was like, oh my God, I have so many to sand. So many I need to sand. Can you sand the ones in wood and block too? Yeah, if they're not showing up, yeah, you can. I have not done it myself, but I don't see why. I don't see why not. You cannot possibly ruin them that much. If you do it this way with your hands, I have also tried to grab the stamp and like scrape it across the stamp paper like that. And that is when I noticed that I peeled like a little bit on the stamp. And normally I can just take it off my fingernails. But when I've done it this way, I have not had that issue. So as long as you get a little piece of paper, try an ugly stamp. Okay, try it on an ugly stamp. Try it on an ugly stamp, the one that you really don't like. Sand it down on like a little corner and see if it's okay. That's my tip. Okay, that's my tip. That's what I got for you. Okay, so I'm gonna get my nasty little baby wipes back out. And again, I'm gonna clean off the grit that would be on and on the back as well. Had it dry. Let's get this. Of course, Maggie, of course. So while you watch TV, the time passes by, you don't even notice. It'll all be good. I'm excited to try this layered stamp properly. I think I know what I'm doing. I think it's darkest color. Oh gosh. I'm trying to think that girl did the technique, but I was just like half trying not to look at the screen because her stamps were all bubbled. I'm telling you, I get bothered by the dumbest things. So I'm trying to think, did she say to do? Well, yeah, I'd have to do the darkest first, right? I'm trying to look at the stamp and figure it out. No, that doesn't seem right. But I guess I kind of figure out. It's my first time I ever do layered stamps. If I didn't put that up there, that needs to be tested. So I have a little pile of, well, here's the ones that I haven't, the first one from this set. I still have to do it. And I can't remember what I pulled out from here. We'll figure it out in a minute. Oh, I didn't try that one. Okay. And the last one. And we're going to test them out again. Okay. I'm pulling this off the platform. So I can move the paper. And we're going to test these over here. If I can, I'll put it next to where it was. If I can. But I circled where the issues were. We'll see if there was any improvements there. Okay. There we go, that's good. So now we'll pick it up on the platform. Oh, let me see mine. Hello. Hello. Okay. Pick it up on the platform. Let's try this. I find that layered stamps do best blending when you start with the dark ink. However, I decide to do the dark first or last, depending on how easy they are to line up. Well, with this platform, that shouldn't be an issue. It's so great about it. I love it. Well, at least that's what I've seen. I have not done it myself. I love the idea of it. So we're going to test it out today. That's what we're going to do. Again, I might be a little overzealous with the stamping, with the coloring. Oops. Okay, let's see. Again, applying good pressure. So making sure that that's not the issue. I'm going to do it one more time. Fix that issue right there. About 95%, like I said. That's good. That one, much better. So glad we're friends. Way better. Here it looks kind of blurry. The edges kind of blend out a little bit. Here it's nice and solid. Yep. I'm happy with that. So these are done. These are done and tested and finished. So now I'm going to clean them off because I'm a responsible stamp owner. Can't even say that with a straight face. Because I am a responsible crafter, and I have always been a responsible crafter. I am cleaning off my stamps now. I'm sure they sell fancy cleaning supplies for stamps, but I can't, so this is what I got. Okay. So forever, each forbidden white goes back in the pack. It's on my paper, right? Yes. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janet. Okay, so those are finished. Make sure they're nice and dry so I can put them away right away. Because these are done, tested, and finished. I'm happy. Now, of course, your little hands are going to hurt if you do this too much. So I've been doing like a pack to 4 packs a day. I mean, that sounds like I'm smoking, but like I pick up a pack of set of stamps, if that makes any sense. And then I do those 2 and then call it a day for that because I don't want to get tired of it. I'm so excited to do the actual stamping. It is kind of a bummer, but it's fine. Okay, so let's try out this stamp of layered flowers. I need to find them. This, and this, I believe, are what it is. Okay, so it's 3. Yeah, there's 3 layers to this stamp. And so I need a dark, a light, and a medium. Let me see if I have what I have. What works, because oh my god, these stamps are so annoying. Let's do I'm trying to remember which ones I've tested, but I kind of tried to throw away the ones that I had not worked. Okay. I got my colors. We'll see if it's a good combo. I don't know. Okay, so it's a little stamp. It's a little floral stamp. So I think I'm going to do the lightest first. So we're going to put this stamp right here. So this stamp goes here. cat hair. Great. Okay, so I get my stamp platform. I like to move it out the way. I don't know, it's just me. Okay, so we're gonna do. I've grown to dislike these ink pads so much. So lightest color. Hopefully this color combo works. Don't get mad at me if it don't. And then we're gonna stamp it down. Okay. Now I don't know about my second choice. I don't know. Is it gonna work? I really don't know. Let's see. This is the second. No, this is the second layer. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to put this stamp right on top of here. It's supposed to be as good as I can with my little eyeballs. If I was a robot, this would be better. Okay, let's see. Okay. There we go. So, I'm going to pick the second color. Let me. I don't want to get ink on my elbows because that's what's going to happen with that. Okay, so now I'm going to do this orange, which I think might have been a bad call now that I'm looking at it. That brown looks more like a green. Looking over at my color. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to try this out. I don't know. Might be terrible. Oh, no, I got on there. No. Not that it matters for this project right now, in particular. So it's okay. I'm not going to panic. Okay. These magnets could be a little stronger. Okay, so second stamp. Actually, it didn't matter right now if it was in place. I hope it is. I don't know. Ugh, that doesn't look very cute. It's totally off center. That's okay. We're just testing. We're just testing. I moved the paper. I shouldn't have moved the paper, so my bad. Okay, so now I'm trying to get the stamp. That was human error. That was not the stamp platform's error. I could have been a little bit more careful. I could also give myself more space on my desk, but let's not talk about it. Okay. We got the last layer. I'm going to do it with those dark purple that I've been using. Hoping that that is dark enough. Of course, I can stamp twice. Ha ha! Something I could never do with my clear acrylic blocks. Okay, so the color combo is hideous. But the stamp looks great. I should have done this with like the background should have been a light pink or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll have to watch videos because that is such an ugly color combo. I need to practice that a little bit more in my color combinations. And I'll have a whole video on where I'm just stamping. So we'll do that another day. This episode was about sanding and prepping, but this is part of it, right? I mean, you gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun with your newfound stash like me. And now we're all done. So that is what I've been doing with my stamps. I'm prepping them. I'm so excited about all my stamps, but oh god. Now I gotta prep them and okay. So it is a little bit of work. That's why I've been suggesting that you that you take it step by step. Don't try and do them all in one day because you will be pulling your hair out. So do a little bit by little, and you'll get it done. So if you guys want to know the stamp set that I'm using particularly right now, The one with the flowers and the layered floral image is from Hampton Art. It is, I'm trying to look for a name, but I don't think it has a name. It just says ASTMD4236. I don't know. That's what you need to know. And the other one, I did use some of the Fiskars. What is this called? It just says clear stamps. Peacock Elegance is the one. Oops. That's the one with peacocks right here. This one with the, which I have not finished. This one is from Love Nicole. And I don't see a name on it or anything. Anyways. Let's put these away because that's the last thing I gotta do. Let's put them away. So I've been trying to keep them all, in one little, in their own set and original packaging. I need to research better storage for them now that I care. Now that I care about my stamps, now that I love them. So I need to look that up better than what I'm doing. Organization for my stamps. And stop buying so many stamps because I have to prepare these ones and I already have a mountain of them. But again, that's just what was going on at my craft room today, you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, chatting with me. If you like the platform, the link is in the chat. The link will be in the details down below in the description box. Oh, you know which one I didn't do? I didn't do the little stem in the middle, but I need to figure that out. We'll do that another day. As excited as I am about stamping, I've really got a lot of crap to do. So, last thing to do is put them back. I got a lot of Christmas stamps to do again. Put them back, and then I know I put my marker off to the side. So I thought I did. Okay. And then I put a little X here in the corner, so that way that I know that I already sanded down this pack. Because, did I just get permanent ink on my blah? Maybe some alcohol will take that off. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow doing something else, craft journal related, craft related. So again, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me and for your support. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Or is today Friday? Is today Friday? Yeah, okay, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Give me a little thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Bye!